Now, with rising Andhra Pradesh turning out to be a runaway success for the state, with the state announcing a series of proposed investments, it's Telangana's turn now to woo investors and hope to rake in some moolah. The Telangana Rising Global Summit will take place on December 8th and 9th. State officials have sent out invites to 2,600 delegates, including invitations that have also been sent to Prime Minister Modi and multiple union ministers. Chief Minister Revant Reddy has reviewed preparations for the big-ticket investor conclave, which will be held at the Bharat Future City early next month. Just days ahead of the launch of its latest amusement park in Chennai, Wonderla Holidays is projecting footfalls of 7 to 8 lakh visitors at the park before these numbers scale up eventually to 13 lakh visitors in the next 5 years. In an exclusive chat with ET Now, the company's executive chairman and managing director, Arun Chittilappilly, also said the company will see hospitality and parks contribute equally to top lines in the medium term. This even as Wonderla itself embarks on an expansion trail as it plans to launch parks in Maharashtra, Gujarat and NCR. Here's more from the conversation I had with Arun at the company's very first amusement park in Chennai.
Chennai has always been on our radar. It's the largest city in the south, and we definitely wanted to bring Wonderla to Chennai. Wonderla is a favorite of Tamil Nadu people. We do get a lot of visitors from Tamil Nadu to our existing other parks, so it is just a matter of time that we wanted to come. Of course, we had a few delays. We had the GST and the LBT related issues. Then we had COVID. So a bunch of delays have happened in this project, but I think overall, we are happy. All the governments of Tamil Nadu have supported us, in making sure that we are able to open. So there was a lot of will from Tamil Nadu for us to come here. So I think eventually, and we also were very clear that we are going to come to Chennai. So yeah, so we're very happy to be here and bring one of our best, largest amusement parks. The scope has changed a little bit. We wanted to bring first in India kind of rides. This B&M coaster is a very rare thing. It's not easy to build a coaster like this. So we've been able to bring these kind of rides. There are about 7-8 very unique rides in Wonderla Chennai, which are not there even in other Wonderla parks. Right. So, we want to come like that to Chennai, so yeah, absolutely. Very exciting.
Let's talk a little bit about the park itself, Arun. Again, like I mentioned earlier, 611 crore rupees is the largest allocation that you've had for an amusement park anywhere in the country. What will the Chennai amusement park be all about? What kind of footfall projection are you looking at? And how will it contribute really to the overall top line of the business?
So Chennai, like I said, is going to be one of our largest parks, and this park is designed for about 10 to 12,000 visitors actually. Initially, obviously, we will restrict the numbers because we are still getting ready. We are expecting maybe 7 to 8 lakh visitors in our first couple of years. And then it will grow up to about 1.2, 1.3 million visitors over the 4-5 year period. That's what we are expecting, and our ARPU should be between 1,400 to about 2,000. So which is in line with our other large parks like Bangalore and Hyderabad, etc. So we're expecting similar numbers in terms of footfalls. Right.
And moving forward itself, even as the park joins, your signature locations in Kochi, Bengaluru, of course, and now there's Chennai as well. What kind of potential does the property here have? I know for a fact that your Bengaluru property, for instance, has a hospitality establishment around it. You're powering it both on the park entertainment side and also in terms of the hospitality business that you run. Potential to move forward with the amusement park here and also have an all-round experience on the hospitality front, is that very much on the anvil?
Definitely. I think the reason why we chosen OMR as a location for our park is we are literally like 10 kilometers from Mahabalipuram. This is a very scenic area of Chennai, and this is also the tourist route, when people go to Pondicherry and Mahabalipuram, etc. So it's a nice weekend road out of Chennai, and we want to build a resort also here at some point, maybe in the next few years, maybe 3-4 years down the line, once we have footfalls coming in. I think definitely, yes, we want to be seen as a hospitality brand as well, and because it's an allied business for us. When you have more than 1 million visitors coming to a particular location, obviously we'll have demand for people who want to stay, and we attract mostly families and groups of people who come to celebrate a special day at a place like Wonderla. So definitely I think hospitality is going to be a big part of it.
Right. And moving forward itself for the overall business, as you build the park and look to expand on your hospitality vertical as well, the Isle by Wonderla has also, gone off in full swing. Where do you see the hospitality and the parks business contribute to the overall revenue of the company? Do you see the ratios lining up in the near future? Do you see parks continuing to be the core business that you do? Or do you see hospitality accounting for a larger part of that pie in the medium term?
Definitely, I think as India grows as a larger country, the people wanting more and more avenues of entertainment, we see that people are going to spend more in the non-ticket side of it, which is where the hospitality comes. Eventually, we would think that the parks and the non-park business will become 50-50. Right now, 70% of our business is park business, only 30% is non-park, which is non-ticket revenue. We see that growing to like a 50-50 in the next few years once we have resorts, etc., in our parks as well.
Right. And in terms of keys that you hope to launch within a period, how many do you have in mind? Is there a target in terms of locations and the number of keys you want to launch per location or overall?
So Bangalore has roughly about 140 keys in the resort. I think similar numbers we will add in Hyderabad and Chennai. Timelines have not been fixed yet. We are still working on. So we have just launched Isle in Bangalore. Yes. So we'll finish 1 year of that and then take a call on how we look at the sizing. And also, I think MICE is another area that we want to focus on. I think we are seeing a lot of demand coming for that, like events. People want to host events in a resort and with an amusement park, and it will be a nice way for companies to entertain their employees and maybe suppliers or customers also. Mm-hmm. So I think that segment should also grow the hospitality and MICE. So we want to first study what was happening in Bangalore and then take a call on what will be the exact sizing, but similar sizing or maybe even slightly bigger also is what we are having.
And we're doing this interview at a time when the market for hospitality and leisure is seeing strong growth potential. Surely the outbound travel business has been climbing and going from strength to strength. But insofar as this side of the business is concerned, leisure and hospitality, where do you see market dynamics shaping up from here? And how do you see growth panning out as we move forward?
So we will definitely look at newer cities for amusement parks and integrated resort projects. This is a sign of maturing of the industry, because initially we came up with amusement parks. Now the amusement parks are attracting a lot of people and they're spending more. So we definitely want to get into the hospitality side of it as well. So we see this industry growing quite a bit, I think, because I think India is still very underrepresented in the whole amusement park industry. For a country which has over 1.5 billion people, we only have about 150 to 200 parks, which is very small. Contrast that to America, which has only 330 million people, but more than 1,500 amusement parks. So there is a huge lack of amusement parks in India. Mm-hmm. I think that there is definitely scope for large parks to come. But of course, I mean, there are constraints like land acquisition, and the cost of land in India is very high compared to other countries. So those are some of the hurdles, but I think definitely scope for growth.
Right. And which cities are on your radar going forward, both in the parks and the hotels front? Are there any specific markets that you're targeting in the south, perhaps beyond?
I think we have now covered most of the south cities, so we are looking now to expand towards the western and the northern side of the country. We would like to definitely do something in Maharashtra, Goa, then Gujarat, then followed by NCR and maybe the northern states as well. So yeah, we do see a lot of potential in terms of adding a few more parks. Yes.
Right. And moving forward itself, where do you see the market growing, the overall market itself? Are there headwinds that you perhaps foresee, or do you think the growth can sustain well into the medium term, the market for leisure and, of course, hospitality, based on which I'm guessing you will, of course, take the expansion decisions?
Yeah, I think the market is going to be good for India for some more time. For definitely, I think the way the country is growing and people's incomes are growing, I think there will be I think the sustained growth that happens in the sector, and I think some of these reforms that have happened in terms of GST and then the rationalization of rates of GST, which puts more money in the hands of people for discretionary income, for discretionary spends. I think it's good, augurs well for our industry.
And even as you expect the industry to grow, how will it translate into footfall growth at your parks? Do you see a sustained growth across the board? Do you see certain locations doing better than the others? Where will footfalls at your parks grow from henceforth?
I think footfalls can grow across our parks. Of course, our matured parks, I don't see footfalls growing hugely unless we maybe add another park or etc. But I think in terms of geographically diversifying, there are still a lot of opportunities for a company like Wonderla. So I think because of that, we want to first expand into other parts of the country, become a national brand, and then, of course, grow footfalls in that fashion.
Right. Last question. I have to ask you this when we talk about any conversation about amusement parks. There's been so much discourse in the recent past, call it social media influence, if you will, about the safety aspect of a number of rides. There are several videos doing the rounds of safety always being a concern when it comes to rides. At Wonderla itself, what kind of checks and measures have you ensured to make safety a top priority, come what may? You have 43 rides here, 42 of course are good to go. What's the safety hygiene like as a brand that you look to go about adhering to ensure that both uninterrupted business is had and of course the bare minimum is maintained with regard to safety itself?
I think we're very stringent when it comes to safety, whether it's a selection of rides, the design and building of rides, or whether it is actually maintenance of rides. I think Wonderla has had an impeccable record. We now run 5 amusement parks, and we're going to have almost 5 million visitors coming to each of our parks. So when you look at that number of that many people, and we've not had any incidents, so I think we take safety very, very seriously. In fact, I would say that Wonderla is popular because of that, because of our record, and not just safety, even hygiene. We are very particular about the way we run our restaurants.